All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Word with Ty Brownlow. I am your host, Ty Brownlow. Remember, no one is worthless, no story is worthless. Today, ladies and gentlemen, hey, look here. Look, y'all know, man, I always got to represent my hometown, Chicago. All right? Man, come on now. Man, and joining me, none other than my man Joka, no joke. But he's joining me all the way from H-Town, so we're going to show him love, man, because he from the city. He's from the shop.
Yes, what's happening? What's
going on, bro?
Oh, man, blessed and highly favored and blessed. Oh, yes, we're doing good.
Yes.
We
hey,
doing
man,
good.
look. I am excited, about this interview conversation that we're going to have. We were just chatting it up before we even, got started with this. But, man, I just want to bring it, forward with you. Man, look here. For those who don't know, my man Joka, no joke, just dropped the Recess mixtape as of March 15th, okay? All right? So it just dropped, ladies and gentlemen. Man, and I have heard it. I've given him my personal review. But we're going to hear from the man himself. Man, brother, first, welcome. And second of all, talk to us about this mixtape.
Absolutely. Well, first, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure. Recess, it's my reintroduction. It's my rebirth. I've been on the underground hip hop scene for some years now. I'm from Chicago, from the West Side. Been doing my thing for a little minute, relocated, moved around, lived in Atlanta, lived in New York, chasing this whole music thing, and learned a lot along the way and met beautiful people and still doing it in Houston right now. And Recess was, COVID hit us all hard, pretty hard in 2020. And I think everyone was forced to look at their mental health and all of our pillars were knocked down. So the church couldn't go there, school couldn't go there, everything was knocked down. So you forced at home and now you got to sit with yourself. You can't avoid that voice in your head. You can't, so Recess with me was, I'm in the house. It's a lot of recreations, So whenever I hear a beat, I try not to remix it. To me, that's I just like to be original. I like to do my own thing. So I try to approach it like, the producer just sent me the beat, and what would I do with it? That's my mindset a lot of times. So I'm not really listening and trying to copy their cadence, or I don't even really think about what they did with it. Like I'm in my own world doing me. So I kept doing that with instrumentals, trying to stay active because during COVID, and I had my first child as well. So my first child came, shout out to my baby Fire, to July 2019, and then COVID hit. I feel like when Kobe died, COVID started. It was like January 2020 was like, ooh, let's get this year started. Ooh.
No, right.
So everybody sitting in the house, I got a new baby. I came back home I was living in Brooklyn. I came back to Chicago first, baby. I want to be around the family, get that support. But in the meantime, I wanted to stay sharp with the music. So I started getting instrumentals and I look up, I started getting a lot. I'm like, oh man, I got quite a few songs here. So, as I was doing it, it was helping me with my mental health. I kind of got away from, so music for me has always been therapeutic, that's my theory, you know what I mean? So I can, whatever vibration, whatever vibe I'm going for, I could find a song. I got so many playlists, it's ridiculous. I need my playlist. So I just go straight to, I got gospel, hip hop, old school, new school, whatever you want. Chicago, I got a Chicago hip hop playlist. So,
right.
And but long story short, just Recess is a collection of recreations, a collection of another way to pronounce recreation is recreation. So it's kind of me playing around, me being an artist. I'm just playing with words. I love wordplay and stuff. I said, okay, I'm playing around. I'm thinking it's starting to come to me. I'm like, okay, I'm playing around on the beats. To me, mostly is freestyles, like true. I'm not really just talking my stuff. I'm not really thinking about radio friendly or what the kids. Oh, the kids might not. Sorry, kids. I'm not even thinking about y'all right now. I'm just getting this off. I gotta get this off. You know what I mean? So, and it became fun, and I realized like, oh, I'm missing this. As adults, you know, we don't have recess anymore. We don't have that time to go out and have fun and just be a kid. And say that with the bar or the club, that's not really fun to me. Like it's a chore now.
No, because it's work. I mean, man, dude, like you have to work to. So, just a sidebar. Even even with that, with what you just said, going to the club, you got to work to get the money. Okay, you work to get the money. Now you gotta go out here. You gotta buy the fit to get into the club to look presentable to someone that may or may not even choose you. You may not even choose it. I mean, like,
it's such a high risk factor here.
I hear it, brother, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
No.
High risk factor. There's so much that goes into it, and you don't even have fun at the end of the day. Like, I had a situation out here. Like I paid what $20 to park, $40 to get in. I'm $60 in the hole, and I ain't even said hello to nobody yet. I ain't even seen nothing. I ain't excited nothing. So then, like, we gotta go get a drink. And now it's late night on a Saturday. They gonna tax you for the drink. I'm talking about $15, $20. I'm already $75 in the hole. And then it's super crowded. So let's say I am single, I'm mingling. You know, look at all these. This is a lot of competition. This is a lot of work. Now I gotta really come my best game. I ain't even want to pull it out tonight. So, so
I didn't even think I needed my jersey tonight, man.
I ain't even put the tape on,
Right, man, I don't even for this.
So, but that's just like in an adult context. But like, I realized that with my, being an artist and being creative, like with COVID, us being in the house, and like, I lost that in my creativity for a moment. So like when I was younger, I've been doing music for a minute. So it's like when I was just beginning, high school, 13, 14, 15, it was just fun. It was just at the guys, it's something we did after school. We started on the karaoke machine, recording songs, and it grew from there. And then I got good, in college. I got, I rose, I ciphered, I got down, so you get better over time. And then you start to make hits, and you think money, and you think, social media came. So I was right there in that transition. Me, Kendrick, J. Cole, all us like the same age. So it's like, it's weird because we on like both sides. Like I grew up on Nas and Jay-Z, but I'm still in this generation. So I can connect with Uzi Vert and Durkio, and like I'm experienced what they're, I'm right in between. So, but yeah, so in my, mid 20s and, early 20s, mid 20s, you chasing hits, and you clout chasing and playing, trying to sound like what's hot, and then COVID, 2020, recess, all this time is me coming back to me and saying, okay, let me just do me. I'm just gonna spit, I don't care. Copyrights, whatever, get at me. I could take it. Like that's how confident I am. Like I'm not, too crazy, but like I got hits. I ain't even tripping. This just the mixtape. It's just my freestyles. Like wait till if I wrote something, So, yeah. So, it helped my mental health. Us as artists, us as adults, we don't get that opportunity to just say what you want, just be free without responsibility and being politically correct. Everybody's sensitive, super, super sensitive now. So.
Oh man. Well, I mean, but you hit
for a reason.
You hit on some things, bro. You hit on some things, and especially as a creator, So you a creative man. It's like, so I say this all the time. Sometimes you go into a room. Two people can go into a room together at the same time. but only one person has access to a damn door that the other person can't even turn the damn knob to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's how this shit works sometimes, you know, especially with the creativity, because it's like you're two different people. Okay, you're like, you know, hey man, you know, I'm joking. I got hits, I'm freestyling, da 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 da. I can do this shit in my sleep. You know what I'm saying? Then it's the other side. Well, damn, you know, man, 2020 is really whooping ass out here. I can't be as free as I need to be, you know, to do things. And the way I would normally go about doing things, I have to like now maneuver totally different. I don't know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? My mental is going to take a hit.
In the toilet, bro. Like, man, I got my first kid, moved me, my child's mother, and my daughter to my mom's crib, and, you know, just reset up and do. I had my own thing in Brooklyn. Came back trying to figure it out. I didn't know COVID was coming.
Right.
I didn't know, you know, I probably would have stayed, you know, but, you know, everything. And then being there, you forced to deal with your stuff. And I realized how traumatized my childhood was, how many, I had mommy issues and abandonment issues and all this, you know, you start seeing it play out in your relationships as you get older. And, you know, I'm from, you know, you from Chicago, right?
That's right.
What side?
What side, man?
We grew up
in California.
Okay. Oh yeah. So
right. You know exactly what.
So, we grow up with the pimp culture or the player. I look at player totally different. Like, people look at it as a derogatory term. I look at it as a beautiful thing. It's just, it needs to be modernized. But they were traumatized. They were hurt. They were, you know, we got to uplift our women and do them a lot better, you know, but we also got to hold them accountable and things of that nature. And I was coming out of it, so I'm seeing my newborn and I'm forced to deal with my old trauma, and I'm still trying to raise this one, provide for this one, and me and baby mama going at it. It's all this. And it's mostly women in my family, you know what I mean? So all of them, you know, typical Black, we know what happened. I'm not going to get on a soapbox, you know, but parents got divorced, I was like 18, 19, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of stuff, and it's a lot, you know. So when you unpack it, we'll get in there, but unpacking all of that, and I realized, like, okay, I got to do something with this, and music was, for me, was my happy place. It got me back sane, you know, got me back connected with the Most High. Like, I had to humble myself. I tried, you know, actually talking to it. I mean, I went through like 3 or 4 therapists, just like talking to them. That wasn't really for me. I read like T.D. Jakes books and did different things that got me going, but really it was the music, you know, being able to, when you on that mic, when you're creative, it's something about art, people give you a pass. Like, it's like you get to say and be yourself, and it's like art, and you could be free. When we back in the real world, it's like, I just said the same thing, but because it rhymes now and it's on a beat, you like it. But if I said that regular, if I didn't rhyme with it and put it on a beat, y'all canceling me straight out. Like, it's
so look. No. So, to your point, okay, if you go see a doctor, what does the doctor normally wear? The white coat, right?
Right.
You take that white coat off the doctor and he tells you the same shit. What you gonna be sitting up there doing? I'm like, man, I don't believe shit. This nigga sit up here talking to me.
Right.
Like, this nigga lying. The second he put that white coat on and tells you the exact same thing, then it's like, damn, for real?
So that plays into your mental health, you know, as an artist too, right? So, like,
talk to me.
You have this gift, right, with creative. I can take real life situations and make it digestible in 3 minutes, right? I can take a life, like a whole situation, and put it in 3 minutes and make you bounce to it. Hip hop, we gotta hop with it, you know? I could do that. That's a gift. And then I can do it live and do it in front of people and dance with it. But then also, I'm still human. I'm still this and that. So I still feel what everybody else feels. You know, we live in this world, we idolize a lot. We idolize people a lot. We idolize things a lot. So, you're always trying to balance these worlds, and you're trying to, okay, I want to be creative, but people always tell me what you can't do and this and that. So you got to play that, and for a reason. I think rules are for a reason. I'm not one of those. There's some artists that just don't believe any rules and just no labels, and no, I ain't that far right. But yeah. So I think with keeping on the mental health tip, it's like, it's so refreshing. Recess is like, for me, it's celebratory. It's like, if you look at my name, Joka, no joke, it's duality in it. Mm-hmm. Joka, he ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? He's funny, but I don't think it's sweet. You know what I mean? And I do that a lot in my music. So I could take something and you'll hear it and be like, oh my God, that was so vulgar. But then I'll make it funny in 2 or 3 lines later, and you like busting up laughing, or you're on the next song, so I know how to. Dave Chappelle does it in comedy. I do it in music. You know, he can take serious things and make it light. and it's fun, so that's, what I enjoy doing, and what I'll do with the music now, and with New Cool records and New Cool events is, and just the New Cool in general, the whole movement and what we're building is just giving opportunities and redefining what it means to be cool, right? So we need to make mental health cool, right? Being, I don't want to get too deep, but melanated people have a history of making things cool, right? So I'm just, taking my little, twist and saying my opportunity, what God has gifted me with, and say, okay, I call myself an artrepreneur, right?
Yes, you are.
Artrepreneur, so I don't believe in the starving artist crap. That to me is just a thing of the past. We're not living like that no more. We ain't busting our butts, memorizing these lines, learning these instruments, all these blood, sweat, and tears. We missing out on parties. We missing out on, that's the mental health too, so like being an artist, like, me and you talk offline about it, but like, so let me get to you straight, bro. Let me get to you real, man. Like,
come on, talk to me.
To the shorties, right? Like, I ain't with all the ages. I'm 35, right? So the same age, and we all in the same group, but everybody got different paths. You know what I mean? If you study people origin stories, Drake, right. He comes from some access. Everybody's story different. So my lane was I had to kind of grind it out. So when you go into these different cities, and I lived in Atlanta for a year. I lived in New York for 2 years. I'm not somebody who talks, want to keep talking about it. I'm an active. I like to be busy. So it's like, okay, I don't know. I've done what I could do in Chicago. Let me go here. Let me go there. And you learn so much, but your mental health takes such a beating, because you're sitting here and I'm a black dude from the west side of Chicago who wants to rap. What a stereotype. And I didn't have to do it. I went to Walter Payton. I went to a magnet school. I'm I ain't say smart and dumb. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm not.
Oh man, you're smart. You're right.
I take tests good. I take tests good. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I just take tests good. I'm not even that smart. I just take tests good. So.
This guy. I don't know this guy.
But you trying as an artist, and you're trying to grow. You as an artist, I also feel you have a responsibility too. You got a group of people watching you, and like kind of you got them in all for a minute. You got them in the trance. You got them. That's a superpower, right? What are you gonna do with it? So when you're younger, we be hard on the young artists. And I'm like, they super young. I talked about the same stuff when I was 20, 21. I ain't know nothing, you know what I mean? So, the fact that we in our 40s and we looking up to 20-year-olds to be our leaders, like, wait a minute,
And, and it's also like you hear the word gatekeepers a lot now, man. Yeah. Well, these are the gatekeepers. These are the gatekeepers. Da, 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 da. Some may call them purists. You know what I'm saying? When I was coming up, yes, there's hip hop purists. You know, they want shit to sound golden era 90s, which is cool, but man, hey, yo, like me personally, I'll tell you, you know, I'm almost 50 now. You know, like, man, I'll be 50 this year. Okay. So hip hop is 50.
Yeah, I was about to say, hip hop, you and hip hop the same age.
Me and hip hop are the same damn age, dude. I've heard it all. So pretty much to you and I's point, I had a conversation with a friend the other day who just started a new job, right? So he goes in to meet his boss. His boss is this, you know, white woman. I believe she's probably around the same age as us, okay? But he goes into her office and he looks on her wall. When he looks on her wall, all he sees is album covers of Nas, Gangstar, Tribe, and, you know, like these certain artists. So, you know, he was like, well, man, yeah, you know, she had all these records and all this stuff on the wall, da-da-da-da-da. You know, I may think she's cool. I turned the conversation a totally different way. I'm almost 50. If you were to ask me, who is it that I'm listening to today that's out now? Oh, I'll tell you, man, look here. I love the God Fahim and Mac Hami right now. Those are my like top two. That's like my Ray and Ghost. If I'm not listening to that, I'm probably listening to like, you know, some other stuff or what have you, you know, but, you know, I have a list. I think sometimes when we stay in that golden era, that's all we know. We don't know how to turn our sights to anything else. So does that really make us a hip hop head, or are we just stuck in a certain time that we just can't get out of? See, me, I like to call people scientists. You, sir, you are a scientist of music. All right. You are a scientist of art. You study art. You study music. You do this. And not only do you do it, but you do it in a certain way. You've been doing it like this for a very long time. Even when it comes to your wordplay, you know. So if I was to ask you, okay, Joka, who was your influence when it came to wordplay? Like, you know, like, I mean, I actually listened to the wordplay in a lot of your songs, as we talked about, Chirac Demons, just in how you're going in on the song in Chirac Demons. Y'all really listen to that shit.
That's hard, yeah.
Man, that shit slap, for real. Okay.
Anyway. Shout out to G Herbo and Darky, that's they like it. You know, I just put a little West Side on it.
Man, that shit slap.
A little bit.
You just telling you now. He go in on that shit slap. Okay. But no, but I mean, if I were to ask you about the wordplay and how you came up with your style, who did you study?
Man, quite a few, man. It was starting off, you know, 10, 11, 12 years old, Cash Money, taking over for the 99 2000. Yeah, I think I'm 7th, 8th grade. That's all we beating on the desk. That's how everybody a character. I'm Lil Wayne, you BG, he Turk, you know what I'm saying? So
oh my God, because I can picture it right as you said.
It is like kids are just emulate what they see, and back then music videos were big, you know, the box and all that. So I remember rushing home to watch the box. I remember like I got a lot of family in Cleveland, so Bone Thugs and Harmony was huge to me. I was a big Missy and Timberland fan. Like I'm talking about when it's just starting to get into hip hop. As my own fan, my first really earliest introduction was actually my big sister. Kia she was a big Tupac and Biggie fan.
Okay.
So she had big posters all on her wall, and I didn't know who these people were. I just always seen these posters. So as I started listening to music, I started connecting the dots. Oh, that's who that is. Oh, this face. Oh. But to answer your question, who influenced me? I mean, quite a bit, man. My style is I said in the record the other day, I'm Joka the style bender. I got a lot of different styles, but when it comes to wordplay, I would probably say double entendre. Hove, is a huge. As I got into high school and my maturity level, I can understand a little more. Like Jay-Z, I was, usually the Jay-Z or Nas. I ain't gonna lie, and I was Jay-Z side. As I got older, I fell in love with Nas, but younger, I was Mr. Rock, man. I wasn't playing.
Totally different person now. You know what I'm saying? And I really want to ask this question to you about how has life experiences influenced the music that you make this time around?
I think my life experiences made me a better artist. So I consider myself, I'm gonna say the king of hip hop soul. I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna claim it, I'm gonna manifest the king of hip hop soul. If Mary J. Blige is the queen of hip hop soul, is the king. There is no king. There's a vacant seat right now, and I'm claiming it.
Come on, goddammit. Claim that seat, brother.
And, I've loved soul music. I've always, been a advocate for music that comes from the soul, from the spirit, from the heart. A lot of popular music is from the head. Is you think of it as sexual, is fleshy, is surface level stuff. But I've always been a fan of just soulful stuff. So I think, to answer your question, like I'm going to start. That's my lane. I realize I can be vulnerable and still be cool. I'm not going to lose my coolness, right? I'm too cool. I'm way too cool. So it's like, I look at some people as like, they be vulnerable and they go on these like, they try to be like super, super positive all the time. No, I'm still righteous and very ratchet. I am very ratchet as well, so.
Righteous and ratchet, I love it.
I'm a balance. I'm joking and I'm no joke. I'm righteous and I'm ratchet. And so now I look at my experiences, what influences me, what to answer your question, it's all my experiences just made me a better artist. It's like, now I got something to talk about. Now I look at these young boys, now they ain't been through nothing yet. That's why they just talking about surface stuff. All the girls, I'm a bad chick. All the guys want me because you're 21, girl. You ain't been through nothing, Let's see, live a little bit. Then you gonna have some stories, How to live a little. So y'all, everybody gonna see it. Recess 1 is just part 1. We're gonna come with Recess 2 in the summer, and we got a whole rollout and doing events and being a part of the community as well. That's another thing that's missing in hip hop. The community aspect. How did hip hop begin? It was in the Bronx throwing block parties, rapping on the corner with the DJs, doing stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. These guys can't do that stuff on the corner. I watched every Rolling Loud performance.
Wow, really?
I'm gonna say it, I was disappointed. I ain't come for me. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
But it's not. When I'm just specifically hip hop, man. If you're doing something different, a different genre is totally different. But hip hop, what happened to actually being able to rap your rap live? What happened to that element? So with Recess as well, I want to implement that as well. So you hear the music digitally or through the ear audio, but we have pop-ups planned. We're going to be really in the community, and that's how we're going to build the brand and this and that. And we'll work with some record labels later on, but we're more focused on, I'd rather just keep bringing 200 people out every month in Chicago, Houston, New York, LA, and keep building and bring my buddies, and we do our own thing and do it our way. I ain't begging nobody, asking nobody permission, none of that. We do what we want to do. And holler at me if you want to work. I won't leave it so specific to like an area, but
no,
I feel like a mindset. Like if you ain't got this new cool mindset, if you don't have like a progressive mindset, if you ain't trying to move forward, if you ain't, I ain't trying to work with you. Period. I don't care who you is. I don't care what. I don't care about none of that because I took the stairs. I ain't take no elevator. A lot of these guys you look at like You looking at another Jay Prince. You looking at another RZA. You looking at another Hov and Dame. Like I claim it. You can talk it. You know, I look at these guys. I'm just studying these guys for years. So it's just like I'm in it. I realized like I think I realized it like early this year or end of last year. Like I'm on. You try so long to get on, and then you realize like what is on? Fame? Well, if that's on, then I guess maybe not. I'm not on. But to me, on is like I'm in my glow. You know what I mean? Like I'm on. My light is on. I'm just shining. I'm glowing. So it's like everything's flowing. My money right. My health is right. My relationships are right. Like I'm on. So when you look at me, like, so it's easy. Like when I could swag on the record. I could do all that because I'm on. So I realized like, oh, I'm on. So this is what on feels like. So all you do is just keep manifesting this feeling and just keep rinsing and repeat, doing this every day. And then everybody just catch wind and say, he's on. Let's record him. Let's interview him. Let's talk to him because he's on. He gets it. And let's celebrate him, AKA a celebrity, right? So on is not a destination. See, when you're a young artist, you think on is, you gotta move here, move there, move there. On is a state of mind. I'm on. Like, what you mean? Like, y'all don't know yet?
But okay, though. But see, all right. But see, look how long it took us to get this mindset. Because as you said, as a shorty, man, I'm coming up. That's what everybody was saying. Man, I'm trying to get on. 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 You know, just for a fact, man, when Common was coming up rapping here in Chicago, man, people were tripping on Common when he left to move to New York.
Everybody gotta leave, bro. Like I said the same thing. Go. Some young artists is watching this, and if they ain't watching it now, the beautiful thing about what we do, like, even if they don't catch it now, they'll catch it later. So they might watch this 2 years from now, and then they'll catch it. So everything we saying right now is powerful. And, you know, I'm just giving them game. Like, you on once you make up in your mind, I'm that dude or I'm that chick. And ain't nobody gonna break that, period. Once you that, you on. You just, so whatever you do, whether you apply it to music, politics, science, I don't give a damn what you do. You on. And you watch how the universe and everything reward you for it. And we learned that why it took us so long is just poverty, man. It's the hood. It's you know, it's the circumstance that we were in. So now I'm just, you know, playing my role in history right now, you know, so they just passing the baton to ancestors. Okay, they got us to this point, man. 50 years ago, you know, before hip-hop, I mean, hip-hop was birthed from pain, from the civil rights era and from all that. And they didn't want to let the young kids into the disco party. So forget y'all, we're gonna throw our block parties in the Bronx. That's the attitude of hip-hop. Like, we gonna do us. Right. And you see it time and time again, you know, so I'm just keeping playing my role and representing where I'm from and doing it this is my time to do what I can do and be somebody else's time next. So, you know, we just got to push it forward. And let's say it took you 50 years to figure it out. All right, you big bro, and here I come, little bro. I figured it. I got on at 35, right? Then my nephew come. He was on order. He's 25 now. He's on 25. My daughter's 3. You know, maybe she'll figure this out what we figured out. And so in the grand scheme of things, it's like it's all staying in the family. All those days are over. We ain't working and then be broke after. You know, no, hell no. I'm letting everybody know that's old cool. This is new cool. Let's know the difference. I am not gonna be on Unsung. You understand me?
Come on.
I know.
Come on, dog. Come on, man.
Over with. No, it's not happening. I just talked to the lawyer earlier about trademarks. We're not playing around. Oh, man, this is new cool. This not old cool. So,
but I mean, to piggyback off what you're saying, the game is out there. Everything.
But hey, that's why it has to. And I love this conversation. It has to be a bridging of the gap, right? Because I call it generational, like first generation hip hop, second generation hip hop. I consider myself like I came up on second generation, but I'm kind of like a part of third generation, probably. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey man, you're that bridge, bro.
Yeah, so it's like I see it, you know, I respect the boys that came, the ancestors, my homies, the big homies, everybody came in front of me. So we gonna take it to the next step. And guess what? The guys out there's gonna make more money than us. They're gonna be doing stuff, you know, bigger than us. So it's like I don't get mad at it. I just like we all gotta look at it like, okay, I'm loving where hip hop is at right now. People be complaining too much. I'm like, I love where we at. We in a good place. Look at Nori. You know what I'm saying? Look at Gilly.
Bro, look at Nori. Thank you.
5 years ago, 10 years ago, you would consider them failures. Or they had a couple hits, and I know they're old, not even old, just middle-aged black men. What do we do with them?
Mm-hmm.
Making millions off sponsorship. I see Nori, not Nori. I just saw some the other day. Gilly and Wallow, they doing the pop-ups and going to colleges and
Mm-hmm.
in the community. I'm like, wow, they on the same thing. We just gonna do it with the music. You know what I mean? So it's like they do music too, but you know, we're just doing it our way. You know what I mean? So. Hip hop is in a great state. You know, this is a great conversation, man. It's all about, you know, progression. New Cool, we just, you know, Recess is just the first iteration. It's just the first chapter. This thing got some 30-some chapters in it, you know what I mean? So we just get started. So, you know, we God is good, and you can't do it without the Most High. You know, that's another thing. We got to get back to our spirit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That may be the next episode, but you know.
Well, okay. So look, let me just say this. You know, man. Man, I just love the fact that we just been, you know, talking, but keeping it real, just talking about music and mental health, and just how both of them are intertwined. Man, they are intertwined. Okay, so man, if people want to, man, check out the music, they want to know more about the New Cool, they want to know everything that's going on with Joka No Joke, how can they do so? Social media, websites, what have you.
So we're going to start with our own stuff. So www.newcool.club. Then we'll send you the other people's stuff, Instagram, Facebook. We got to get back in that mindset. www.newcool.club, okay? That's where you find the, you know, the music, I'm heavy into events. That's my second passion, right after music. So, you know, we got a lot of pop-up events. We got, you know, launch events. I got a band in New York. I'm putting a band together here. We're gonna have different things. We're gonna have game nights, board games. We're gonna have New Cool Bicycle Gang. That's a weekly social where we ride bikes for a couple miles, and you know, I might perform, might not. It's just a vibe. It's just I believe mental health. Sometimes you just got to get out and do something. You know, you just got to rap or dance or sing. Or just be creative. Don't keep thinking about the negative. You know. But newcool.club, www.newcool.club. Joka No Joke, that's JOKANOJOKE, and that's on all social media, all streaming, on everything. There's some other jokers out there, so beware. You know, there's only one Joka No Joke. I saw another Joka No Joke the other day. We're gonna take care of that, but you know, it's great. But you know, it's interesting. But Joka No Joke, you know, Joka No Joke. And just New Cool events on Instagram, New Cool Nation on Instagram, Joka No Joke on Instagram, on Facebook. And you check that out. Just stay in tune. You're trying to be involved. We always looking to partner in sponsorships and do things like that. So just holler at us, and that's it, man. I just want to tell you, man, kudos to you, man. I think what you're doing is awesome, man. Just keep growing, keep building, like making like two black men talking about mental health.
Yeah, bro.
It's New Cool, man. This you wouldn't have seen this 20 years ago, you know, 10 years ago.
But okay, so
it's not mushy and like,
oh no, man, no,
cry me a river, you know.
And you know, to your point, it is about wordplay, especially when it comes to black men. You know what I'm saying? It is about wordplay. You can't say therapy. You can say fellowship. Hey, we're gonna go over here and fellowship. Right. Oh man, we can go over here and man talk. As long as you're not calling it what the technical term is, oh yeah, we gonna ride. But let's get out of that. You know what I'm saying? And let's like, you know, break that stigma. Black men, we need to talk to each other about each other. For real. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just gonna say this, man, and I'm gonna keep it real, dude. Like, you know, as a almost 50-year-old black man who's had to travel throughout roads of life, man, move to a whole nother state, was set up to do good things, but had that snatch to come back to a place that I was trying to leave.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to leave, you know, but then, like, man, forced to stay. I could either do one or two things. I could sit up here and bitch and moan, and nothing will happen, and I'll just probably like die out like a star and shit. Or, nah, you know what, man? You know what? Yeah, is it fucked up? Yeah, it might be fucked up, or it might not be. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, maybe I have a chance to rectify some shit that I didn't rectify before I left.
And shout out to you for that. And that's exactly the, you know, we were talking about earlier. I moved back, same thing. We moved back and I had to rectify some stuff, you know. So now when I rectified it, and now I moved away just to grow the brand and grow. It's nothing like F Chicago. I'm never going. I'm always in Chicago. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always gonna be in Chicago. So it's like I just gotta build. You know what I mean? I gotta, and I like hot weather. You know what I mean?
Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh God, my knees were loving it, man.
Not that cold, man. I can't do that cold no more. I
did
did my time.
Cold is not
30
cool.
30 years in the snow. I'm done.
Cold is not cool. All right. I know we talking about new cool. Cold is not new cool. Okay. All right. Warmth is. Warmth is the new cool.
So, but yeah, man, it's this is beautiful, man. Like we have these platforms and to be able to communicate. I always tease women like, y'all go get y'all nails painted and have little toy parties and all these different things where y'all could socialize and
right.
If we not watching the football game or maybe hooping or something, like we ain't really around each other too much, you know what I mean? So to be able to conversate and have healthy conversation without it having a pissing contest and ego, you know, clash and all that stuff is like, nah, we cool, we respectable, man, and we businessmen, we entrepreneurs, and we do, you know, at the end of the day, Shorty's got something. Now we raising the bar, you know. So now the Shorty say, okay, all right.
Man, look, I'm just gonna say this, all right? Man, look, whatever you got going on in the future, I don't give a rat's ass if you throwing wooden spoons across the damn street to see which one gonna bounce back. I don't give a rat's ass, okay? Whatever you got going on, all right? Man, you come back here, okay? You come back here and, man, talk to me, talk to us about it, because, man, seriously, like, there needs to be more of this, and hopefully this will be the start of something bigger, you know, where we can have our platform, where we're getting men, we can have our own Million Man March, where we're talking about mental health, you know what I'm saying? And especially as Black men, you know, because are there like any notable Black psychologists? No, there aren't. No.
I brought it up every time I go to the doctor. It's either some. It just started. I've been probably like as I got a little old, last 5-10 years. I've been being a shorty. Like I've never seen a doctor with the same complexion as me, or just look like me, or I could relate to. And that's just a doctor, not a therapist or anything like that. We didn't have no help, man. Like you had to figure it out. You smoke a blunt and figure it out, man. That's our therapy was playing spades, you know, and
playing spades and bid. Oh God, yeah. Oh shit, till 3 a.m.
Sometimes we realize it's like when we all hurting, that's kind of, you know, now we kind of, it's toxic at that point. So then, you know, sometimes we have to move away. Someone's got to move away and come back, put on. We all helping. And so when we gotta, you know, I know Chicago, like I got y'all, like we straight, man. Like Chicago, the new Chicago, like it's in good hands. Like we straight. Like shout out, you know, me, Ice Face, Paris Deshawn. It's just a few people out here doing their thing. And there's gonna be more, you know. So we're gonna open up some doors, and man, it's new cool, man. The era has begun. New cool's here. We on. Video out. Check out the new video. Piece of the Pie's out. Shot by Jerome Lucas. You know, one of the hot videographers in the city. You know,
Okay.
the hottest young black man in the city doing his thing.
All right, well, man, but look here, ladies and gentlemen, look. Like I told y'all from the get-go, man, that Recess mixtape is out now on all digital streaming platforms. All digital streaming platforms. Check it out, okay? Man, got new stuff dropping this summer. And like he said, go on over there, www.newcool.club. Okay.
Just anything new cool. Just hashtag new cool wherever you at. It's gonna come up. And if it ain't coming up yet, give us 6 months. We gonna keep cranking stuff out. You gonna see it eventually.
There it is, y'all. Hey man, look, brother, look, I love this, man. And seriously, man, anytime, the doors are open.
We gonna talk offline, man. I'm gonna be in the city. I'm gonna be back in Chicago in July, man. I'm gonna be out there for like a whole month, man. We can chop it up. We get you out here on these bikes, man. You gotta come ride bikes with us, man. Front. We start on 35th and then we like ride the Navy Pier.
Man, look, y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready.
You know?
That's what it is. Man, look, let me go ahead and end this here. Ladies and gentlemen, look. Thank you.
All right, bro.
This has been Word with Ty Brownlow. I've been your host, Ty Brownlow. Remember, no one is worthless. No story is worthless. You can follow me all social media platforms. Word with Ty Brownlow. Go to my website, tybrownlow.com. You will get this wonderful interview plus other great interviews as well. Man, brother, Joka, no joke. Yeah. We out.
Yes, sir.
Peace.